That wasn't too bad. Good afternoon. Informed, uninformed, misinformed, and those who just think they're informed. How's that?
That's good.
Informed opinion on a Thursday, Jackie Selby. I'm Scott
Cash
Leisure.
Friday. Cash Friday.
Holy
Cash
smokes,
Friday.
I wasn't even ready.
Oh, sorry. Tomorrow's Cash Friday. Cash Friday. Oh, there's the cash gun. Sorry, yes.
Cash
Scott,
Friday.
Scott Leisure there. Jackie Selby here. Look at us go.
Look at us go. Yeah, every week, 4:00 Thursday live, and then we will post everything you can find on YouTube and on Spotify. How's that?
Oh, just look for this informed opinion. When we make it big, we'll make our own cups and everything.
Yeah, they won't just be stickers from Walmart.
Maybe that's why it's so much fun, because it's stickers from Walmart.
It makes it more fun because the best part about the stickers from Walmart, Sully, is we're paying cash. So if you are like new to the podcast, Jackie and I will talk about cash a lot because of its importance, because of keeping it alive, because we don't want to go to any sort of controlled financial environment. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Yeah, because we want to be able to buy what we want, when we want, how we want. We don't want anybody putting any limitations on that because it happens in other countries, if you didn't know that.
If you aren't a good little doobie, then you're not allowed to do what you wish with your money because it's centralized. You know, I was just thinking, if they do that, how are you supposed to have a yard sale?
Oh, man.
I'm a garage sale shopper, babe.
You wouldn't be. They would go away. They would become a thing of the past.
I talked to a bigwig in the financial services industry about this very thing. I was like, dude, what happens if this thing happens and they take away our
Cash Friday, Cash Friday.
He goes, you don't want that to happen. No, I don't.
I took my change in from my car this week.
Yeah.
Guess how much cash Ola was in change in my car from, I would say, aside from things that I can't get around using my card for.
Yeah.
Like a Zoom subscription. I can't go pay cash at the Zoom office, you know. Besides stuff like that, I would say my cash transactions are easily over 50%. So how much change do you think was in my car?
Well, are we talking about just coins?
Just coins. $40.
Well, I was going to say $50, but I would have gone over.
$40. Well, there could have been 50 because I didn't take all of it out. I probably left a handful in there. So over $40. I like it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Save your pennies, people.
Again, the fun part about cash, paying cash, is watching the young people who don't know what it's for try to handle it. I told you about the girl at the shoe store, right?
Yeah.
I go, how much is it? She goes, $241. I got $241. I didn't buy that many shoes. What are you talking about? It was $200.41. It's
a decimal point.
But they don't know how to say it.
There's a decimal point.
Because they're just used to saying, okay, give me your card. And that's it.
Once again, thank you to Sheila from last week.
Oh, that was great.
Awesome? That was great. Yeah. So if you missed last week's episode, you need to go to the Spotify or the YouTube and check it out and hear about what's going on over in Maui. We have a very vigilant friend. She's running for state senate over there,
Hmm.
and some of the things she told us were just further beyond belief than it already is beyond belief over there.
Um, I want to thank Harriet because she gave me a message. She says, I listened to the podcast and I heard Sheila, and that was really rad.
Oh, cool.
So
Thanks,
thank you.
Harriet.
And I thank you, Harriet. And I think that people watch the podcast and they consume our podcast, but they don't want that to be on social media because they don't want social media to know that they believe in conspiracy stuff. Honestly. So I put a picture of my high school graduation picture up on my Facebook page. And I know you're kicked off Facebook. Anyway, you got hijacked,
Yeah,
right?
I got hijacked.
China,
Charlie.
Vietnam. So, anyways, I put my high school picture up there. I'm like, I don't know why Facebook won't allow, you know, seven eighths of my friends to see my posts. And then all of a sudden, people started chiming in that never ever respond to my Facebook posts.
Zuckerberg.
They're like, oh no, we're on here. So anyway, just so you know, if you don't give us a like or whatever, then it can't gain traction. So please, if you listen to it, and I know Harriet does. And again, thank you to Sparky, my friend from
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Sparky.
back home. Ooh, songwriter extraordinaire. Keeps sending me songs. I'm like, oh, I just love you.
Yeah, it's a slow process, and it takes a lot of just diligence, I think,
It
to
does.
to to keep this thing going, and to try to even attract a click, or even attract a subscriber. If you're already listening, go ahead and subscribe.
Yeah. Well, thanks to you, because you're the one who will not let me give up. So when I want to give up, you're like, no, we're not giving up.
Sparky told you that too.
Sparky did. He goes, I think you're onto something. It's like,
Mhm.
God, that's so nice to hear.
Yeah, good stuff. If I
And
could get my
Harriet loved it.
lighting
So,
and my all my fupas worked out, I guess I
woohoo.
was live earlier. Just me thinking, and you got to see the leisure brain in process if you were lucky.
At
It's
least you weren't
down.
picking your nose and cussing.
Not that I remember, but it's down now. It's down.
Okay.
Kind of like every all the other wet. Well, it was just the phones that went down though today, right?
Yeah. A bunch of phone services did go down.
Interesting.
And Matrix Media is saying it's because there was a solar flare.
That
Whatever.
that just hit the United States and
Hmm.
nowhere else on the earth. Okay.
Interestingly, today also, an unnamed satellite came down from, it was like a toad up there in the sky. It was no longer of use. And so the damn thing came down. And you know where they put all that stuff, right? All the space junk?
In the ocean.
The ocean.
In the ocean.
You know where? Point Nemo.
Hmm.
Point Nemo. You know where that is? That is the point in the ocean that is the farthest away from any landmass. And it's in the Atlantic Ocean. It's like 2,600 miles from Antarctica. It's like 2,300 miles from.
It's like that place in Yellowstone where they dump all the dead guys.
Yeah. Only they put all the space junk down there at the bottom of the ocean. I wonder why it's down there. Anyway, I know, right?
Saturday, full moon.
Oh, yes.
Get your Florida water ready, people.
Get your saging.
Get all of your stuff in line, because the next, I mean,
Here's what it says. The Saturday full moon really lasts for 3 days. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be weird. It is the full moon in Virgo. It's called the snow moon. It'll be very intense.
intense. All right. Oh, We are the only podcast, Jackie, that is getting 60 miles per gallon.
Hey, hey.
And our approval rating this week. Are you ready? We are up to 321, which tops our previous high of 320 by one. So it was that one person. It was that one person that Sparky talked to.
That's right.
That said, you know what? Boom. Got us right up to our highest approval rating yet.
Thanks, Bark.
To date.
That's better than, the best bowling game that there is.
301.
Oh, I thought it was 320.
330.
It's 330?
Sure. The best bowling game you can have, Jackie, is a 300.
300, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
You should know because your kid's a bowler. Well, you're a bowler.
I haven't bowled in a long time. I let that pro go at it.
Okay.
So, where do I want to go next?
I guess we could talk about other solar and astronomical weird things.
Yeah, you've got that. You've got like 3 of those on your list.
April 8th is the total solar eclipse. April 8th. And it's going to go in a swath that starts at Texas, comes up from Texas, 12:30 p.m. Central Time. It will be going over the Texas border in Eagle Pass, where all those people are coming in across the border.
Crisis.
International conflict, crisis at the border. We got to write a new verse.
We have to write one for what happened to you.
Oh my God. You're not going to believe it.
Okay. Jackie. Let me just tell the listeners something right now.
Okay.
This person sitting across the screen from me, Jackie Selby, the one, the only, the queen of broadcasting in America, had the most horrific and awful experience yesterday.
I did. I've heard of it, but I didn't know it really happened.
Go on.
Do you have the picture?
No.
I should have provided it. So if you're on our Facebook page, you'll have already seen the video because I made a reel about it. But we were getting fumigated here in the old Triangle area. And I am talking about so many contrails.
Contrail.
And I finally heard one of the planes. I've heard that this happens, that you can hear the plane, but I have watched so many of these things, but it was so low. It was so low and so loud. It was like
prop dusting
us.
Mm-hmm. So how did you feel?
Like a poisoned bug.
You said you could smell it.
You could smell it into your hair. I got home. I was like, God, I could smell it on my clothes. I put my clothes right in the washer. I washed my hair, got in the shower. It was terrible.
Monsanto.
It was very chemmy.
Monsanto. Are you feeling okay though? Have you noticed any ill effects, Jackie Selby?
Well, every time they do the big, I always wake up in the morning. I have to go. Lots of coughing, lots of drainage.
So that's a yes. Drainage.
Man, I'm giving you a lot of sound effects, aren't I?
I like it. It brings it home. Did you know that there is hormone-induced milk from men that they give babies? Did you know that?
Babies.
I know, right? Okay. So kind of what we've been doing, the flow of the show, how this kind of rolls, I guess.
Who would do that?
Science. We're going to talk about some crazy stuff. Jackie getting poisoned.
It was so gross, you guys.
Breast milk from men.
Oh dear.
But you know what? We're going to lighten things up. kind of like my weird lighting I've got going on right now.
It's not bad.
And we are going to, end the show on a nice out,
All right.
kind of like the flow that we like to go through. So, um, I think we're going to hold off. I wanted to kind of let's just talk about this briefly, and just, if you haven't listened to Robert F. Kennedy or gone to his website or listened to anything that guy is really about,
He's on the gram.
just, yes, just tune into him. You don't, then if you don't like him, I'll be okay with that. At
Mm-hmm.
least I know you've listened. But
Mm-hmm.
once you start listening to the guy, and yes, he's hard to listen to. I don't have I can listen to him. He himself says that he doesn't like listening to himself. But listen through what he stands for, and listen through his ideas. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I
don't hear
mean,
that anymore. After watching a couple of the videos, I don't hear the vocal, whatever it's called.
yeah, it's like if it's like if you live next to a train, after a while you just don't hear it. It's there,
Yeah.
but you just don't hear it. Yeah. So do that.
Yes.
Uh we're at 356 days until the election.
Okay.
So
Now, Scott, before we go, I mean, before we have an in memoriam.
yeah, I mean, Jackie had some friends. I didn't know these people. I know a gentleman who is a bandmate, or he's an Arvada guy of one of the people. But why don't you handle that, and let people know what's going on with some old local Denver
Okay.
peeps. Yeah.
The trombone player for the band Judge Roughneck died suddenly of a heart attack. His name's David Dinsmore. Within a week. No indication of illness or anything like that. He just had a heart event and he was gone, from what I've read. And I read a bunch of different clips from different publications, music publications and stuff. He was very well known, super guy. And Judge Roughneck, opens every concert at Red Rocks, especially anything to do with ska, jazz, and
Reggae on
reggae.
the Rocks. Yeah.
Yep.
And they played with some
So
pretty, like, Scotalites, like
absolutely.
old school,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, early 80s ska. Yeah, man,
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
that's him.
Mhm.
So God rest his soul. And the other one was a great female broadcaster, used to be on um, the Fox and the Mountain, and her name is Robbie Knight. And her voice is super recognizable. But anyway, she passed away. She had glioblastoma, that rare brain cancer, and she lasted 4 years with it. So God rest her. She died a couple of days ago, and my cousin had that same brain cancer. It's very rare, actually. They think it's induced by being exposed to chemicals and radiation. But anyway, God love her. She really suffered. But anyways, rest in peace to the people. I think they
Yeah,
have a better deal than us. They don't have to suffer through anything else.
yeah. Prayers out to loved ones that
For
know
their
that as
families,
well. Yeah,
yes.
for sure.
All right.
And people in that medium, whether it's music or broadcasting, they touch a lot. They touch so many lives that they don't even understand or realize.
You're so right. And Robbie did. She touched a lot of people. Man, on her last gig, she was on stations, a national show that went all over the United States. And it was a rock format. And the target audience was 18 to 34-year-old men. And she told a dick joke every single day. She had a different dick joke. Right there on the radio, man. She owned it. It was so fun. She was just so fun and sweet and kind. And other broadcasters just can't say enough about her. Nice
Nice,
lady.
good.
No
Good stuff.
children.
All right. I think we've got Jackie's spray incident.
Yes, we did.
We touched on Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Mhm.
We
The
shouted out
AT&T outage,
to
full moon.
Sheila, Full
Yep.
Moon. Uh oh, you missed one other death, Bob Moore.
Oh, Bob Moore. Oh God, do you guys know who Bob Moore is?
I do.
That you do because you buy his products.
Hmm.
He is the fellow who does the Red Mill products. He just died at 94, sold the business to the employees. In 2017, I think 200 employees. And then in 2020, 720 employees took over the profit sharing. So they own the company now, and they're the ones that do all the nice, all the stuff at the store in the ground grain aisle, whether it's cornmeal or flour or organic stuff. And may I highly recommend his baking soda because it's a natural
Oh,
version of baking soda. If I didn't tell you that last week, Scott.
you did.
Yeah. So don't use Arm& Hammer if you ingest baking soda. If you want to just scrub something with baking soda, use Arm & Hammer. But if you're going to eat it or bake with it, use Red Mill because it's a natural variety. But anyway, so dude, 94 years old, rocking out.
Oh, something to be said about eating the right way when
Mm.
someone lives like that and eats and just lives like that until
He
he's
didn't start
94.
that business till he was already retired from other businesses, from his other
Hmm.
career.
Less than 1% of US farmland is certified organic. Mhm.
That's why it's a good idea to go to your farmer's market and just ask him, has this stuff been sprayed or
has,
are these GMO seeds?
has Jackie Selby been sprayed yet today?
Oh my gosh. You wouldn't believe it. My hair smelled. Oh, it was so gross.
Yeah. And I mean, that goes for product that you're putting on your body as well.
That's true.
I mean,
Agreed.
you got sprayed, but who's to say that you didn't induce less chemicals in getting sprayed than somebody who's slapping the makeup and the perfume and all that stuff that's going into their body?
Oh, we could do a whole show on perfume and anything called a natural flavor. Don't buy or eat anything that says natural flavor. There's a big 60-minute story on that. Oh, don't get me started.
So this weekend, get your recipe and get your Florida water going,
That's right.
and you'll be set and good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up. Look it up. You would be amazed, Selby, how many people are like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I have to send them a link. But
Oh, like the
that's another
predictive
story.
programming? Is that the one you meant?
No, I'm talking about Florida water
Oh, okay.
in general. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't know about that either, but we'll leave that out there. We've gone down the hole. And we
Okay.
made some good tributes to some great people. Um,
I got a little prayer. It's not very long.
you got a prayer?
Yeah.
Okay, do your prayer, and then we'll do a couple songs. Let's skip the Bible.
Okay.
We can go to the Bible if you want, but why don't we just do the prayer? Do a couple songs.
All right.
We'll preach a little bit more, and then we'll get out of here.
Okay. This one's from Thich Nhat Hanh, who, if you didn't know, was an activist during the Vietnam War. He just died several years ago, but he was a Buddhist and a really great spiritualist. Breathing in, I'm aware of my heart. Breathing out, I smile to my heart. I vow to eat, drink, and work in ways that preserve my health and well-being. So there you go.
Post that and send that to me, and I'm going to post that.
Okay, sure.
And when people read that, I want them just to do exactly that. Breathe in during that first sentence, and then breathe out, and then think about the whole thing all at once.
Think about your heart. Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, Selby.
Send
That
in
might be your best prayer yet.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Okay. Music people, Jackie and Scott. You don't play any instruments though, do you?
Not well.
I mean, yeah, I did when I was a kid, but connected through music. So we like to touch base on songs. By the way, the guy that owns the actual papers that your favorite song, Hotel California, was the lyrics are written on, he's in
Jesus.
some sort of legal battle with Don Henley. Just so you know.
Oh, really now?
Yeah, Don Henley.
Don't
Don't let him
speak the
get
words
back together with Glenn Fry.
Oh,
Don Henley must die. Okay,
oh,
so this book is 1001 songs that you must hear before you die, Selby. Before Don Henley dies.
I don't think that what's his name got around to it. Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is still the key.
Mojo.
Mojo.
Mojo. All right, song number 1, 1964. The British Invasion.
Mm,
You Really Got Me by the Kinks.
what a great song. Can you believe it's that old?
The Kinks.
60s.
What's the other badass Kinks song?
Lola.
L-O-L-A
Mhm.
Lola. La 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 Lola.
You did it. Wow, nice.
All right, second song. 1994. Jumping ahead 30 years.
Mm,
Soundgarden, Black Hole Sun.
wow. Wow.
Another badass song.
Wow. Oh, a young fella at my work had never heard Fake Plastic Trees by Radiohead. I'm like, you never heard Fake Plastic Trees? So we brought it up on the boob tube, and he's like, God, this is depressing. Why should I listen to this?
Had you heard of Radiohead?
That's a better question.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Good stuff, Selby.
We
All
did it.
right. We did do it another week. Next week, be looking for us. 4 o'clock Thursday. Share, like, drink your water, push your carts up, try to do somewhat near the speed limit, and just be good to each other, please. You can
Mhm.
do it. Enjoy your weekend. Pay
Yes.
cash. What else?
Happy full moon in Virgo.
Enjoy the full moon.
Yeah. Don't
Good
drink and
day.
drive. Bye.